Nerevar, if you haven't played Beyond the Wire in its prime with a full 100-player match, then you missed out, dude. You really can't recreate the experience. It's like missing out on the Battle of Red Mountain. You just had to be there. Shit was the best gaming experience you could possibly have. I'm telling you, going over the top with your friends and being absolutely bombarded by shells and machine gun fire, seeing your buddies fall and get blown to bits all around you, then miraculously surviving and storming an enemy trench, getting a few bayonet kills, and then dying heroically, of course. If you had been there, Nerevar, you would understand. Fall 2020 and spring 2021 were the peak days for Beyond the Wire. So many players and so much fun. Well, you may ask, as the Dwemer often do, if it was such a good game, why did everyone leave? Well, at first it was because the game had very little content. Then it was because the devs started making dumb fuck decisions like adding infinite stamina, a shitload of automatic weapons that, mind you, couldn't possibly be considered a realistic depiction of World War I, and other things that drove even more people away. Unfortunately, on top of that, the game was glitchy and servers would crash consistently. So as soon as a server would fill up, it would crash and then everyone would quit the game. It was an absolute fucking mess, especially considering the player count never got above 1,000, and that was only because of a free weekend. Now the devs have fixed all these problems with the game itself, along with adding a lot of content, including tanks and bots. But unfortunately, the game runs like absolute mudcrab shit unless you have a god-tier PC, which being a god myself, of course I have. But for all lower races, like all the Outlanders, Orcs, Khajiit, and Argonians, they cannot afford a PC that can run this game. It's a shame. The devs are refusing to speak to the community, and they refuse to lower the price from 35 septums for a game that rarely ever gets more than 50 players. So do yourself a favor, Nerevar, get this game for 2 septums on G2A and help us get a goddamn full server.